This is my 20mm f1.8. It's a small little lightweight prime lens from Sony. It's tiny, weighs in at just under half a kilo, 380 grams. It's expensive, typical Sony prices, coming in at about 950 quid. I love these clicked aperture rings. It has a switch on the side to turn click on and off, so it's nice and smooth with it off. But with it on, it has this nice old school feel to it. It becomes very difficult to accidentally knock it out of place. See, if you set it at f1.8, it's difficult to knock it out. The move from f22 into auto and back is a nice firm clunk. So it's also very difficult to accidentally go into or out of auto mode. It has a really short minimum focus distance of just 19 centimeters, so you can get those really nice near wide shots, and it's incredibly sharp. There's a bit of focus breathing, a little bit of zooming in and out as we focus, but with a lens like this I don't see that being an issue at 20mm. There's also no in-lens stabilization, but again at 20mm I don't see that being an issue. For anyone who likes to vlog, film themselves walking around, I think this lens will be just fine. Won't shake too much, and at 20mm, is it really needed? You're going to be sticking it in a body like this that has in-body stabilization anyway. I'd rather take the smaller lens size and the lighter weight on a 20mm lens and have no stabilization. I have noticed some vignetting, a little bit of barrel distortion maybe, but nothing that concerns me. I'm going to be using this lens almost entirely outdoors, and it's unnoticeable as far as I'm concerned. I've also noticed that this lens tends to flare quite a lot in bright sunshine. In fact, it's ruined a couple of my time lapses. I can't make it do it again now. Got a few flares, which can look quite nice depending on the situation. In my case, it ruined some lovely sunrises. Build quality is very good, as you should expect from a £950 Sony lens. Typical Sony G construction with this heavy duty, quite nice plastic construction. All very smooth. Love the aperture ring. It's weatherproof or dust and moisture resistant, whatever that means. I have had a little problem with that. I took it up into the mountains in Wales, up on Cadair Berwyn, overnight, over a few nights. I left it out in the cold. It was about -10 wind chill, very humid. It had frost and ice all over it, -10 wind chill. And by morning, in direct sunlight at sunrise, maybe the temperature was up to 10 or 12 degrees, but direct sunlight, big temperature swings. And there was some moisture trapped between the front glass, so I had little moisture spots on the lens, which ruined a time lapse. So a bit of a letdown on that front, but I don't think they claim it's waterproof fully, and it was an extreme test, so I shouldn't mark it down too much for that. Overall, great lens. I love it. I love the size of it. It's nice and small, lightweight. So I tend to stick this in my bag, head off wherever I'm heading, and then use this as a time lapse or a landscape lens, or shooting astro as well. Obviously f1.8 it's very good for. One of my favorite things about this lens though, aside from time lapse work and landscape work, is the near wide shot, where it has that ability to focus on something 19 centimeters away, but using the 20mm lens and a big aperture of f1.8, you can really isolate your subject and give that depth of field and the big wide angle view. So we'll find something here and do a test shot of that.